Okay, this is a topic that I've been thinking about a lot. Dream morality or morals and dreams. Do you need to have morals and dreams? For example, if you're being violent in your dreams, if you're committing crimes in your dreams, if you're cheating on people in your dreams, this is the type of thing. Does it matter is the question. Immediately, I'm going to say off the jump, my answer would be I don't know. But I do think there are some things to consider or think about, or at least discuss. The fact that when you're dreaming, these emotions can flow over into waking life, I think is an important feature to keep in mind. I do also think that everyone has self-control, everyone has free will, and everyone is going to do what they are going to do anyway. Like, if you say, oh, if you dream about violence a lot, then that makes you more of a violent person. I don't necessarily believe that, because there are people, again, it's kind of like the video game argument that video games make you more violent. Violent video games make you more violent. I don't necessarily believe that, because again, there are people who don't play any violent video games who do these things. There are people who don't have violent dreams that do these things. Everyone is too unique and life is too subjective for there to ever be general statements like this. That's just my opinion. But at the same time, I think it's very important to discuss if morals matter in a dream. Like, the things that you do in your dreams that maybe you would not do in real life, does it matter? Because could it be, I don't know, feeding something that should not be fed, if that makes sense? I think that there's a strong, huge possibility in that, especially because it may, I don't want to say awaken something in you, but it may give you a taste of what you've already wanted and kind of make you continue on that path. In a sense where I think that if you're not a violent person, or let's use the example of kidnapping. Let's say in your lucid dream, again, this is crazy. Again, let's say in your lucid dreams, you practice kidnapping people. Again, something that you would never do in real life, perhaps. I don't think if you practice this in your lucid dream and you're not already inclined to kidnap people, that doing this will eventually lead to you actually kidnapping people. However, I do think is that if you're the type of person who wants to kidnap people and you're using the lucid dream with the intent to prepare for that action, then yes, I do think the intent behind the dream, if the intent is to prepare to do something, I do think a lucid dream will help you get to that point. Now, for example, if someone wants to use lucid dreams to have sex, perhaps, and it's going to be, again, I'm going to give a crazy example because dreams are wild. Let's say someone is into bestiality and they want to have sex with animals. Part of me thinks that a person who does this in their dreams would be able to use this so that they don't harm animals, in a way kind of giving them an outlet, because they realize, okay, I don't want to harm this, I don't know, cow, dog, moose, whatever it is. So they do it in their lucid dreams so that they can live this without actually living it. And I think that is a good thing because it prevents these animals who can't consent from getting harmed. It could also protect kids as well. It can protect women, it can protect men, protect anyone. That is one of the benefits, even if what I think that they're doing in the dream is morally wrong for me. And again, morals are subjective. So even if I find what they're doing in a dream morally incorrect, I do feel that the dream provides an outlet for these type of behaviors and these things. At the same time, I think those who are actively planning to do these things in their waking life anyway will use these lucid dreams to do these things. So I guess in short, I would say my answer still is I don't know, but I would say I would be careful just in case. Like, because you know how sometimes they say, like, you are what you think? I believe that lucid dreaming is way more powerful than thinking. So if you are what you think is one thing, then you definitely are what you lucid dream. If the first is true, then I would believe that the second is true. The second is true as well, because lucid dreaming is like, it's more than thinking, because you're also experiencing it, because your senses are engaged, and you have, I mean, the control varies, but you have conscious control over what you're actively doing, thinking, seeing, touching, feeling, smelling, hearing, like all these things. So I would say to be careful in a lucid dream, but at the same time, it's just a fucking dream. Like, does it really matter? I'm leaning to say I don't know. Not that I don't care, but I would say definitely I don't know. And again, I would say it's just a dream. I think if you give it more attention than what it needs, then yes, it could be concerning. But again, most people forget most of their dreams almost immediately after they wake up. Even lucid dreams, a lot of people struggle to remember what happens in their lucid dreams. So I could also argue that you are what you dream, but only for the moment that you're dreaming it. And then when you wake up, nothing happens, especially if you can't recall it. That would be my other argument for this. But again, overall, if I think about morals and dreams, I personally don't think you need to have morals and dreams because it's not a real space. At least as far as we know right now. Maybe some studies come out in some other years and we find out that, dreams are like a collective consciousness type of thing. But at the moment, I don't think you need to have morals in your dreams. And sometimes maybe you want to have a dream where, let's say your boss says something shitty to you and you want to whoop his ass. Or let's say, I don't know, I'm trying to think like some evil shit or evil stuff that you can do that I would say is morally wrong in real life. Maybe you want to practice, I don't know, your sleight of hand to trick people in doing card tricks so that you can take their money, or you want to practice your telephone scam calls from your call center, or what's some other immoral stuff, or you want to, I don't know, think of like insert morally wrong behavior here. And I think that if you want to do this in a lucid dream, I would say it's okay, but I would just say that if you're planning actively to do these things in real life as well, then I would be careful. But if you're planning on only doing it in the dream space, I mean, like, have at it, because first of all, who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. It's your dream, it's your mind, everything there stays private. So in that sense, it also does not matter. Unless if you're speaking in your dreams and you're sleeping with other people, then maybe they can hear what you're saying. But in general, I think morality in dreams, because also like when you're dreaming, your own morals kind of shift. If you've noticed that in your lucid dreams, like things you would not do when you're alive, you may do in your dreams. Also in your non-lucid dreams as well, your morals shift. Like an example would be perhaps in a dream you've actually killed somebody, or perhaps in a dream you've had sex with a person that you would never actually do that with in real life. These things are very, very possible. Or perhaps even in a dream, if you've stolen something from a store and then you wake up and you're like, why in the world did I do that? It's because your sense of self, or which is also maybe tied to your sense of morals, or the morals that you have, is not fully there in a dream anyway. So then the morals start coming in, I guess, once you become lucid or more conscious, because then you're more aware of yourself. This is like a rant, so I'm just going off the top of my head right now. I'm thinking out loud and using this camera as like a, I don't know, soundboard. So yeah, morality in dreams, it's not for everyone. But I think it's just something to consider, something fun to discuss. Let me know what you guys think. All right, peace.